the switch for?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Container.
Okay, well, I don't know if he's gonna use it or he's watching that, so.
Resume recording. We're gonna do some back stuff and we're gonna do some shoulder stuff. And having 1 or 2 yoga blocks, as always, could be great. And if you don't have that, it's not a big deal. You can still participate. I'll tell you how to modify everything. And we're gonna start out just with some breathing stuff. Maybe I should mute you guys, just because that's what we do. But not because I wouldn't love to chat with you all the whole time. Mute all. Okay, so we're gonna start out in a tabletop position. So hopefully you guys can see me. Yeah. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to just round everything through the length of your spine. That includes your neck as well. So chin is tucking the chest. Try not to use your shoulder blades to push your spine away from the floor, but try to connect to your actual spine and to the space right beside the center of the spine. You're trying to tuck your tail between your legs. Think about rolling your hips backwards. And I want you guys to start doing some breathing. So take a deep breath through the nose. Maybe it lasts like 4 or 5 seconds, and exhale through the mouth, and that can last anywhere from 4 to 8 seconds. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And try not to force yourself to be rounded, but just start out kind of gentle. If you find that your shoulders get, your wrists get a little bit irritated, when you're in the tabletop position, then you can just walk your wrists in front of your shoulder line like I did. And that's just gonna help take a bit of strain off of that wrist as it's getting bent backwards. You can also think about just gently trying to gas pedal your wrists against the floor like you're trying to drive a car with your hands. And I want you to try to gather attention to the parts of your spine that feel like they don't round as easily as other parts. So if you guys were looking up at me, you'd be able to see that kind of like from the middle of my shoulder blades to just below my armpit rounds quite easily. But my neck doesn't round very well, and the rest of my back is somewhat of a straight line. So I'm just going to try to tuck my chin a little harder every exhale, and I'll try to just round, I can bring my knees in a little bit, and I'll try to round my lower back just a little bit more every exhale. Big inhale. And on exhale, trying to round everything that's not rounding a little bit more. Less focus on the stuff that rounds easily. Think about also trying to find length in your body, same time. So not only are you rounding, but you're also trying to pull your neck and your tailbone away from each other. And then you can just gently come on out of that. We're going to go the other way. So we're going to try to lift our tailbone up towards our head. We're arching the lower back. We'll try to do a little back bend through the mid-back, upper back. And we'll try to lift the chin away from the chest, lift the Adam's apple away from the sternum. And again, carry on with your breathing. Big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale, big exhale. And check in here as well. The stuff that rounded really easily probably doesn't want to back bend or arch as easily. And the stuff that didn't round very well probably arches really well. So you change your focus in this other shape as you need to. And again, try not to get your shoulder blades involved. You can gently pull them down towards the hip, but really just try to connect to all the muscles that are running along the lengths of either side of your spine as being what actively is pulling you on every exhale deeper into position. You could also make fists if you wanted to, and rest your fists on the ground if the wrists are bugging you a bit. We'll do 2 more cycles of breathing, inhale and exhale, 2 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, strong. Exhale is gentle. And now what I want you guys to do is we're going to go through some cat-camels. So we're going to just go through 5 reps. So we'll start like a wave or like a whip. We're segmenting from the hip line up to the head line. And we'll start out rounding. So we'll roll our hips backwards, tail tucks between the legs, front side of the hips are lifting, belly button drawing towards spine, low back rounding. Keep pulling, mid back rounding, upper back rounding, neck rounding. Everything staying rounded, starting down at the line of the hips. Untuck the tailbone. Roll the hips forward, low back arches. Arch the mid back. Arch the upper back. Lift the Adam's apple away from sternum. Lift the chin, gaze goes up. And then starting at the hips, round. Low back, mid back, upper back, chin. Arch, low back, mid back, upper back, and neck. Rounding, low, mid, upper, neck. And remember, just like a boxer wrapping his gloves before a fight, you're thinking about pulling at the tape at the same time as you wrap it. So pull at the spine at the same time that you round it. Pull the spine apart, each end away from themselves as you arch. Rounding again. If you went a little bit faster than me, or if you're kind of a little bit slower, it's no big deal. As long as you're just moving, that's fine. If you feel like you didn't get a rep in, or if you feel like you got an extra rep in, it's all totally chill. Cool. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to work on some ability to rotate through our spine. And we'll just start out with some breathing. So what we'll do is we can go to a sideline position, and this is where having your little yoga blocks can be pretty handy. So I'm just going to put one between my knees. And maybe what I'll do is I'll turn sideways here to give you guys a half decent view. So I'll just put that block between my knees. If you don't have the block, it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to make or break this. My arms are reaching out to the side. And I'm just going to rotate open. As I'm rotating open, I'm going to try to reach my top knee towards the opposite direction that I rotate. So I'm rotating right, and I'm going to try to reach my knee to the left. I'll roll my hips backwards just a little bit, so I'm trying to hollow out my stomach gently, just to try not to create any pinching through the backside of my lower back and hip. And same thing here, we're just going to do a little breathing. Big inhale. And on an exhale, notice that your shoulder blades sink towards the floor a little more. Stay hollow through stomach. Keep reaching top knee to opposite direction you rotate. Big inhale. And exhale. Feel free to just try to do some rotations through your shoulder a little bit. So turn your biceps backwards, turn your bicep inwards of that reaching hand. Try to notice some changes to length coming through your chest as you do that. Big inhale. Exhale. Let's catch 3 more cycles of breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Can you pull your shoulder blade down away from your ear? Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then now we're just going to cycle through, closing ourselves. So we're reaching right hand towards the left, And then now we'll rotate using muscles of the spine rather than the leverage of the arm so much. So actively try to create a little bit of a twist as your shoulder gets close towards the floor, and then return, rotating to the left, reach right arm over left palm, and then pull right arm back like drawing a bow. Use muscles of the spine to rotate open and close. Try to bring some attention back to hollowing stomach. Bring some attention back to reaching top knee in front of the bottom one. Opposite way you're rotating. Close up, reach, and open. One more time, close up, and open. Awesome, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So we'll just switch out. I'm gonna drop to my right side. If you guys did this on the left, that's cool. No worries. And we'll rotate ourselves open, trying to stay hollow. Personally, I'm gonna draw a little bit more focus to staying hollow through stomach and reaching my left knee, my top one, in front of my right knee, the bottom one. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Maybe you're trying to pull shoulder blade down a little bit so it's away from the ear. Inhale. As you pull shoulder blade down, maybe you lift your wrist up a little bit to try to keep arm in line with shoulder. Three more breath cycles. Hollow out the stomach again. Reach the top knee again. Inhale. Exhale. Find a little length in your neck. Try to tuck your chin a little bit, like double chin. Inhale. Exhale. Hollow out stomach on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulder blade down, wrist lifting up. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, repping it out. We'll go for 5 reps. Left palm reaches over right. Draw your bow. Pull the string back. Reaching to left. Close it up. Unload the arrow. Left palm over right. Rotate and reach. You can exhale. Inhale. Reach. Left palm over right. Close up. Exhale. Open up. Bing, 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 bing. Only you guys can smell what's going on in here right now. You'd be pretty jealous. Reach. Open. And close. I think one more time, reach open, and if not, bonus rep, and close. Wicked. Let's come on out of that one. And let's move into some shoulder stuff. So for our shoulder stuff, let's just stand ourselves up. Maybe I'll bring this. Might as well just get off of the ground for a little bit. And here's what you can do, 2 options. So option number 1 is you guys could have your little yoga block if you've got one, and you could just do a little bicep curl. So you hug the shoulder or the block against your shoulder like you're carrying a piece of lumber, and you've got a fist that's just curling onto the block. And if you don't have that, that's fine. See if you could stick your thumb to your shoulder and go about it this way. We're gonna do 3 reps, drawing the biggest circle with our elbow that we can. But what I want you to do is I want you to think like a 30% effort on your first round, and about 50 on the second, and about 70% effort on the third. So you're contracting harder and harder each rep, and you're drawing a bigger and bigger circle each rep. So here we go. First rep, 30% effort, roughly. We're gonna draw a circle. We'll uppercut, elbow forward. We'll pull elbow to the side. We'll pull elbow behind us. Elbow comes to the line of the torso. Rewind it. Pull the elbow backwards. Pull it sideways. Lift the elbow up in front of you. Drop it down. Round 2, let's think about 50% effort. Flex that block, squish it a little harder. Try to draw a bit of a bigger circle. Uppercut. Pull sideways. Pull behind you. Drop down. Rewind. Pull elbow backwards. Pull elbow sideways, elbow in front of you, and down, 70%. So we're gonna try to squish that block just a little bit harder now. Maybe you almost feel like some shakes would be coming on. Really try to pull the elbow backwards without pecking neck forwards, sideways, behind you, rewind, pull it backwards, sideways, up, and down. You guys did wicked. Same thing on the other side. I'll show you, I'll ditch the block for this one. I'm just gonna stick my thumb to shoulder. And here we go, same thing, 30% effort. Uppercut, elbow goes to ceiling. Pull the elbow sideways. Pull the elbow behind you. Comes in line with torso. Rewind, pull the elbow straight back. Pull it to the side. Lift it up overhead, bring it beside you. Comes down, 50% effort, squeeze all this stuff a little harder, generate tension through the rest of your body, everything squeezing to match the effort through the shoulder. Rewind, pull elbow backwards, pull elbow sideways, pull elbow forwards, drop it down, 70% effort now. The rest of your body should be irradiating more tension, it should be squeezing harder than what your shoulder's doing. Uppercut. Pull the arm back, arms sideways, try not to peck the neck, stay hollow through stomach, pull the elbow backwards, beside you, elbow behind you, really squeeze, elbow up, elbow in front of you, elbow down. Good job, you guys. We're gonna do another round of circles, same idea, 30, 50, 70% effort, give or take. This time we're gonna do the OGs, the ones that we know from our classes, because I'm sure you guys really miss being at the gym. This up a little bit more. We can just layer this, or we can add an extra dimension. Front side of the circle, we're thinking about trying to rotate all this stuff outwards. Back side of the circle, behind us, we're thinking about shoulder right through to the palm, all trying to twist in. Try to maintain length as best you can. So here we go, 30% effort. Smaller circle, not trying too hard, lift up, turning out, sideways, twist in, pull the shoulder behind the line of your, torso. Thumb should be facing backwards. 30% rewind, sideways, up, and over. Now let's try to beef it up a little bit as long as it feels safe and comfortable, 50% effort. Rotate outwards a little harder, keep it a little tighter to face, pull a little bit closer to the ear, rotate in, pull behind you, twisting in. Rewind it, pull straight back, and keep pulling backwards while you lift the arm up, twisting shoulder out, cuts across face, comes in front of you. 70% effort. If you can, try harder. Rotate out, make a fist to generate more tension if you like, twist in, while you pull behind you. Good, thumb is still facing backwards with the fist. Pull straight behind you for the rewind. Rotate outwards. Twist, pull behind the line of your ear. In line with ear, scrapes the face awkwardly. Hugs the chest, comes down to your side. Same thing on the other side. Everything rotated out, 30% effort. Coming across the midline. Coming towards the ear, maybe in line, maybe behind, depending on how flexible you are. Everything twists in, and we pull back. Try to keep that shoulder line level. Pull straight behind you, rotate out, twist arm open as it comes front side and across. 50% effort. Twist everything out, make that little fist if you want. Pull tight to the face, tight to the ear. Can you pull behind the ear without pecking the head forwards? Rotate inwards. Arm comes behind you. and beside you. Straight back, roll it outwards, pull it overhead, behind the ear, tight to it, in line with the ear, and in front of it. Last rep. I cheated a little bit. Oops. Also try not to rotate your shoulders or your torso, so try to keep these squared off. Here we go. Cutting across, 70% effort. Lift. I'm going to rotate opposite direction. While I pull my arm behind me, I'm turning to the other way to try to fight that compensation of the spine. Pull straight back. Stay hollow. Twist out. Lift backwards, pull tight, pack in the neck, and in front of you. Awesome, you guys did really good there. So we're gonna go back to the floor. So I'm gonna point my camera down again. Now here's another situation where you guys can use a yoga block or not. And again, it's not gonna make or break it, depending on your limitations of rotation, you may or may not need it. So let's maybe just rewind for a second here. Can you guys just put your arms out to the sides, and we'll just have thumbs pointing up, and then we'll make some fists. So our arms are bent 90 degrees. And I just want you to load a hammer, rotating backwards. Swing your hammer, rotate forwards. Load the hammer, rotate back, swing the hammer, rotate forwards. Try to keep elbows in line with the shoulders as you're rotating. So this is my axis of rotation, is the elbow that stays in line with my shoulder. When you're rotating downwards, try not to let the shoulders come up or forwards. Cool? So we need to know swinging and loading. We're just going to do a little stretch. We're going to try to open up some space to rotate externally, so to bring the arm away from the midline. We can do that lying down on the floor. And here's beginner's option, is elbow right in line with the shoulder, bent 90 degrees, and this is it. You can beef this up a little bit by just gently turning sideways like your scorpion stretch. You don't have to do it a lot. Option number 2 is to put a block right there. Let your elbow rest on the ground. So here's a little bit easier. Here would be a little bit harder. And here would really challenge things. And I'm super fortunate, and I have a couple of yoga blocks. So I'm going to put one underneath my elbow, but again, it's not necessary. So this is going to be my little configuration here. One for my elbow, one for my wrist, and I'm just going to hang out here. I'm going to put my palm or my forehead on my fist. And while I'm hanging out here, I'm just going to do some breathing. And as I exhale, I'll just try to pull my shoulder blade down and back a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, try to pull shoulder blade down and back a little bit. My thumb is pointed up at the ceiling, so my fist is pointing the thumb to ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, I feel some length coming in through my chest. I feel shoulder blade coming down and back. If you're feeling irritations in your elbow, then you're probably just a little bit too deep in the stretch, so just come out of it. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, I want you to try to pull the belly button away from the floor, hollow out your stomach, trap the air in your stomach. Irradiate, create tension through your whole body. Hold that in place. I want you to start driving the hammer into the nail. So start pushing your fist into your block or into the floor. Easy effort, 30%. If you've already gone heavier, dial it back. And let's build it. 31% effort, 32% effort. You're pushing into the block by pivoting or rotating off the axis of your elbow. 40% effort, 50% effort, 60% effort, 70% effort. Take another big inhale, Trap some more air in. Make sure that you're really tight through the rest of your body, tighter than what you're putting into the block. And 3 seconds, 2, 1. Let the shoulder relax. Gently relieve that pressure of hammer against nail. Now rotate the other way. Gently, 30% effort. Start trying to load your hammer. Get ready to swing it. So you're feeling pressure of your wrist or your fist coming off the block or floor. Keep increasing the pressure. 35%, 40%, 45%, 50%, 55, 60, 65, 70. Another big inhale. Trap the air in your stomach, hollow out the stomach, belly button off the floor again if it dropped. And hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently let the muscles relax. Hold your position. So here's what we're going to do. If you had your hand on a block, you're going to want to bring the block down to an easier level or take the block away completely. If you're on the floor, no big deal. You're just going to try to do this anyway. We're going to keep the elbow pinned to the ground, and we're going to try to rotate the fist on and off of the block. Okay? We'll go slow and gentle. So here we go. We're going to trap some air in. Inhale. Trap it in the stomach. Belly button off the floor. Try to rotate the wrist off of the block and hold. Gently let it down. Rotate fist off block, hold. Gently let it down. Fist off block, hold. Gently let down. Fist off block, hold. Gently let down. 2 more. Fist off block, hold. Let it down. Keep shoulder down and back. Fist off block and hold. Gently let it down. Awesome, you guys. So you can come on out of that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. What I want you guys, if you can just see the screen, just make sure you can see it for a quick second. As I'm rotating, very likely, especially this stuff that's not used to getting twisted in that direction, body's reaction to it might start to feel a little bit unsafe, and you might feel your chest wanting to pull your shoulder blade forward and or lift your shoulder blade up. So when we're passively stretching in that external rotation position here, every time you exhale, I want you guys to think about trying to just let that shoulder blade come down a little bit and let the shoulder blade come back a little bit. Same time, we're trying to keep chin down, neck packed in, and we're trying to keep the stomach hollowed out. Cool? Here we go, other side. So set up your blocks or just on the floor. And remember, you can always just turn it into almost like that scorpion stretch if you don't have the fancy little yoga blocks like I do. So here we go. Elbow is in line with shoulder. Elbows bent 90 degrees. Fist with thumb that would be pointed at the ceiling. Hollow out your stomach. And we'll just do 4 breath cycles. So inhale. On an exhale, try to hollow out a little more. Try to let the shoulder draw down and back a little bit more. Try to just let the body really relax in this position. Inhale. Exhale. Let the body relax a little bit more. Notice when you inhale, your body almost wants to tighten up and fight the stretch. Every time you exhale, let the body be more calm and accept the position. Again, inhale. And exhale. So here we go. We're going to start building our tension in this stretch again. Deep inhale. Trap that air in your stomach. Good. Hold all that tension. And 30% effort. Start driving fist into block or floor. Keep your breathing while you maintain all that tension. Increase the effort to 35%. Increase the effort to 40, 45%, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70% effort. Another big inhale. Retrap that air, re-hollow the stomach, hold it for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the muscles go. And now, keeping tension, rest of the body, twist off of the block. 30% effort. 35, stay hollow. 40% effort. Keep the shoulder down and back. 50% effort. 55, 60% effort. 65, 70% effort. Hold, hold. More weight out of the wrist. Keep the elbow on block or floor. Hold it, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently let that stuff go. Be calm in how you let it go. Try not to just clap off, but use the dimmer switch. I'll turn the block down a little bit. If you have that option, go for it. If not, no biggie. And here we go with our rotations. 5 reps. Trap in air. Big inhale. Pack it into the stomach. Try to rotate off of the block. Hold. Parachute down. Gently relax. Hollow out stomach, lift and hold. Parachute, let it relax. Shoulder down and back, rotate off of the block, hold. Parachute, relax. Shoulder stays down, back. Lift off block, hold. Parachute down, relax. One more rep, rotate off block, hold. Parachute, relax. Good job, you guys. Sweet. Did really well. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to work on our overhead position. So it's the exact same idea where we're thinking about trying to push down first and then lift off. We did that last one at a time. So we did right arm and left arm, or left and right if you guys, for at home, doesn't matter. But we'll do both arms at the same time here. Now, what I want you guys to do, I'll just try to explain quick before I drop down. Sorry if you can't hear me super well while I've got my face licking the carpet there. I want you guys to keep in mind, if you're typically pretty tight through the shoulders, straight overhead is probably not your best option. And in order to keep length in your elbows, you probably just want to start exploring being like more of a Y shape, and that's totally fine. That's still going to do great things for you. I want you guys to just explore rotating the arms inwards and outwards to try to find where you personally are feeling more restriction in combining being overhead and being rotated. So we're just kind of layering a couple of different angles here, okay? We don't need these blocks unless you're a super flexible person. By all means, put the blocks overhead and have them. But I am not that much of a Gumby, so I'm just going to be flat on the floor. So here we go. Lying down on your stomachs, arms reaching overhead. If you feel like your elbow bends a lot, then just go sideways until it feels like it can stay long. Make a double chin. Hollow out the stomach and just rotate biceps away from each other, biceps into each other, biceps away, biceps in. Probably as you rotate biceps away, you're going to feel a little bit more of a challenge. So now that you've found your own personal line of tension, same as the last drill, just do some breathing here. We'll go through 3 cycles of breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Keep trying to twist a little harder. Keep trying to explore that tension a little more. Exhale. One more big inhale. Exhale. Okay, so now on this inhale, trap in the air again. Big inhale, trap all the air down low in the stomach. Hollow the stomach out, belly button off floor. shoulder blades down back, start driving fists into the ground, okay? 30% effort, 35% effort. Keep reaching the arms while you drive the fists into the floor. You should feel elbows lifting up off the ground. 40, 45% effort, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70% effort. Another big inhale. More tension through the rest of your body, through the torso, quads flexing, feet kicking through the floor. Stay really hollow. Let the arms relax. And now lift arms off of the floor. Bring them up. Bring them up. 30% effort. 35. Keep twisting. 40. 45. 50. 55. 60, 65, 70, hold, big inhale, trap the air, hold, 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 gently parachute down, relax. Holy Lord. Quick little shakeout. We're going to go back to that same position. We're going to find however high we can lift off of the ground, and we're going to try to hold the elbows off of the floor while we hinge from the elbow. Okay? As you guys are hinging from the elbow, try not to let them splay out sideways, but keep them in line. So again, if you want to, you can go wider, and that's fine. Cool? We're going to do 5 reps. Lie down. Arms go overhead. Hollow out the stomach.
Sorry, Dan.
Kick through the legs. Kick feet through the floor. Shoulders get tight. Lift. Bend the elbows. And straighten them. Bend the elbows. And straighten. Keep the wrists long. Bend. And straighten, bend, and straighten, more height off the floor, bend, and straighten. Oh my God. Whew. How are we doing for time? Oh, sick, we're doing really well.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
When you do those ones, you just
Yeah.
you just need to move your body a little bit further back, because you can't see, like, you just see your, like, you can't see your hands or your arms.
Oh, you couldn't see my arms?
No,
Oh, sorry, buddy.
that's okay. I understood it sort of, but then it was just hard to see because I couldn't see your arms.
Oh, sorry.
Just for next time.
I'll move into a bigger place for you.
You should. I'm gonna hold you to that too.
I just want to see here, you guys. I want to just check one thing. Sorry. Oh well. My audio isn't going to my TV like it normally does, so it's a little bit quiet. But could you guys hear me okay when I had my face in the carpet? Is all right? Sweet. The last thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna stand up again. It's funny, everybody's supposed to be. I'm just gonna let everybody talk again. Unmute all, because apparently it's not working anyway. But we're just gonna do another, right? So our big ones. So now that we did all that work on rotation and reaching overhead, we'll just give them a little bit of effort. We'll get 3 reps in each direction. What I want you guys to try to do is remember, we did, 30, 50, and 70% effort, give or take. Based off of how easy or challenging that was, this last round here, I want you to see if you can try to fight for a little bit more tension. If 70% felt very confident, awesome. Roll with that for all 3 reps. If you found you were fatiguing really easy by the third rep, then dial the intensity back so you can maintain endurance. Cool? Here we go. We're gonna twist arm out. We can make that fist again. Twisting arm out, reaching up in line with the ear, rotating inwards as we pull the arm back. Just try to notice, if you can, do you feel like it's a little bit smoother? Do you feel like you have a little bit more awareness irradiating through that whole area? Does it feel like you have more range of motion? Any or all of those things is a huge win. Maybe there was a little bit of clicking going on, and that's gone away now. Would be totally cool. Maybe you feel really fatigued, and you feel like you're actually weaker than the first round of these that we did, and that's not a bad thing. That would just tell you that you want to keep practicing this stuff while you build more endurance through those muscles. You probably just kind of fried them in the stuff that we did earlier. Imagine doing a heavy set of deadlifts in the strength portion of the WOD, and then trying to do more deadlifts in the Metcon, and just feeling really fatigued because maybe you did like a new 1 rep max in strength, right? So it'd be just like that. Other side, same thing. Rotating outwards, reaching, scraping across face, scrape it across the ear if you can, pull behind the ear, rotate in, pulling behind you, side profile, pulling straight back, rotating out, keep trying to pull backwards while you lift upwards. My neck keeps wanting to creep in front of me, cuts across to your side. Rotate out with the arm, lift up, keep the chin packed, keep the stomach hollow, fight for that range, twisting in, pull up while you reach back, pull up, yeah, really fight for that extension, that space behind you. This is for all your strength and your clean and your snatch and your deadlift to keep the bar close to you, maintaining proximity of the barbell to body. Just like when we have to sweep the bar into the hip, that's that extension. One more rep, reaching up, pulling tight to the ear, maybe behind it if you can, rotating in, keep the arm high while you try to pull it tight to your body. Keep fighting for length, lift it up while it pulls tight. And again, keep it tight, lift straight up. Then it goes to the side inevitably as you're twisting out. Keep trying to pull it behind you while you lift it up. Pull it behind, pull it behind. Challenge that ear line again as you sweep through and come down. Amazing. You guys are golden. Was that good?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Felt good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Awesome, you guys. I'm glad you enjoyed it. On Friday at 1 o'clock, we're gonna do the daily morning routine. I've been doing it on my Instagram Live every morning at 8 a.m. It's just head to toe mobility routine, and it's a great thing to add to your little arsenal of tools for maintaining and increasing your joint capacity. And it's like a really good, it's awesome to do throughout the day even. And once you get the routine down, it's also so great because you could finish it in as quickly as 6 minutes. You could take up to like 20 or 30 minutes to get it done. So there's a lot of freedom for you to get what you want out of it. But anyway, that'll be Friday, 1 o'clock. You guys did really well today. Good job.
Great, thank you.
Good.